right. Do we have ratings on this fiasco, and we'll move on from AEW and cross the street?
We do have ratings. The overall rating for AEW this week, April 12th, AEW Dynamite, 866,000 viewers.
Wait, is that last week's?
No, that's this week, April 12th.
What for the last 2 or 3 weeks has it been like 836, 866, back to 866? It's always in the same general range there now. Is it pretty? Have they bottomed out with these are the people who like the Buckaroo style of comedy wrestling and everybody else has given up? There's no fluctuation. And these people don't have lives, so they never leave their homes. They're not going to miss a week on TV.
I don't know, but let's look at where
Let's examine all that.
Let's examine it. The 8 o'clock hour, 8 to 8:15 p.m. This was compiled by WrestleNomics. Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin with picture-in-picture, 919,000 viewers.
Ouch. That is significantly lower than normal to start out with, but at least that means they ain't got so fur to fall.
Segment 2, 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. The last 3 minutes of Strickland versus Allin, as well as the MJF, Darby Allin, and Sting live in-ring promo, 901,000 viewers.
See, 18,000 down from a much lower than normal start. That's not as many as they usually lose. You can look at it that way. I think if they did lose any on something like that, it's probably just because it was getting a little long at the tooth before they knew that MJF was coming out or, other things were going to go on. But not bad. They're fairly flat.
Segment 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. The final 4 minutes of the MJF, Darby Allin, and Sting in-ring promo. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Silas Young, as well as the post-match with Wardlow, and the Jay White and Juice Robinson promo. 902,000 viewers.
Okay. So you can make the case that the people that were already into the whole MJF Darby Sting function at least stuck around to see the resolution of that. So they were flat. This is a better pattern than they normally have on a television program, but it's starting to get to the point where we abandon hope.
8:45 to 9 p.m. Segment 4. Orange Cassidy versus Buddy Matthews with picture-in-picture, 854,000 viewers.
And that's what I was kind of afraid of because besides the fact that everybody knows what they're going to get with these people now, that's it's not even possible that it's going to be a title change or anything amongst a title that's not over. It's Buddy. Everybody knows what's going on here. So all right. See what happens at the top of the 9 o'clock hour.
The 9 o'clock hour, segment 5, 9 to 9:15 p.m. The final 3 minutes of Orange Cassidy versus Buddy Matthews. The Christian Cage and Luchasaurus backstage promo, or video, whatever it was. Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends backstage promo. The Ethan Page in-ring promo, leading to a confrontation with Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, The Firm, Hook, and eventually the returning Jeff Hardy, as well as a Kenny Omega promo video. 896,000 viewers.
Well, that's unexpected. At the top of the hour, they gained 42,000 people. They don't usually do that. You can't mean to tell me that people flipped around and saw pockets and thought, well, I'll jump into this. So it had to be Julia Hart.
Certainly.
No, I think they don't have serious sports competition right now, right?
I mean, it's baseball, so lots of games all throughout the country.
But not, playoffs and getting down to the nut cut and meat of the matter. I think we've determined what range their audience is in now, because if nobody was bailing out on this program, that's the AEW fan. They'll watch this shit no matter what. So they're 8 to 950 or whatever.
Well, segment 6, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. the Blackpool Combat Club's entrance, Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa versus the Blackpool Combat Club, as well as the post-match angle with the Elite, and the Embassy's backstage promo, 886,000 viewers.
Jesus Christ. By George, I think we found them. They've lost 100,000 fucking viewers in the past for goddamn main event guys. They lose 10,000 for Cutlet and Knock It Off. Oh my God.
Well, you say we found them. We also have found the thing that drives them away.
Uh-oh.
Segment 7 to 9:30 to 9:45 time hour. I don't know what I was going to say there. 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. segment 7. Riho and Sky Blue versus the Outcasts with picture-in-picture, as well as the post-match with Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, and the entrances for Chris Jericho and Keith Lee. 789,000 viewers.
Okay, well, there went the 100,000 people. Okay, and that's understandable.
And finally, segment 8, 9:45 to 10 p.m., Chris Jericho versus Keith Lee with picture-in-picture, and a post-match with Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole. 779,000 viewers.
And that ain't bad. For over 15 minutes to only lose 10,000 people for that fucking quicksand love fest. That's better than normal. They only, from start to finish, they lost 140,000 viewers and started lower but finished stronger and stayed more consistent than they usually do. So that has to be their audience. If their audience will watch that particular television program between 780,000 and, well, let's say 901,000, that's got to be their dedicated audience. Nobody that was just flipping by or wasn't really invested would have possibly stayed with almost any of this.
Now, you still haven't watched All Access after AEW Dynamite, have you?
No, I've
you need to see.
I've been insulating things. I've insulated myself from that show.
It will make you hate everyone far more than you do now, with the exception of Adam Cole, who you'll think is the nicest guy and should be involved with anything other than wrestling.
All righty then. That was AEW Dynamite for Wednesday, April 12th, and I guess before we go across the street and talk about what SmackDown did, we ought to go right down your street or up your alley and talk about what the Arcadian Vanguard Network is doing these days.
That's right, another action-packed and adventurous week on the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network. Get information about all the shows on Twitter at Superpodcast or on Facebook at facebook.com/Arcadian Vanguard. A few notes. Of course, the wrestling news. Every morning, get your free daily wrestling newscast every single day. No opinion, no conjecture, no star ratings, just the actual wrestling news.
No paywall.
No paywall.
It's for free.
That's right.
Because you know what happens when you have to pay for news? Money. Money changes everything.
Check it out today at thewrestlingnews.com. You can download it directly, or, of course, wherever you find your favorite podcast, Arcadian Vanguard's The Wrestling News, also on YouTube, on the official Arcadian Vanguard YouTube channel. Also want to make mention of Shut Up and Wrestle with Brian Solomon, available at suawpod.com, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. This week's guest, Mike Clark. Find out what it's like to go from being a WWF fan to working in Jack Tunney's Toronto office. Lots of cool stories here. Check it out today. suawpod.com, or Shut Up and Wrestle with Brian Solomon, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And of course, the 605 Super Podcast, The Mothership! See, I like that. That makes me feel like I'm kicking in the door when you play that sound effect, as opposed to the boing and the usual doodle effects you have over there. Go through the archive today at 605pod.com. We're available wherever you find your favorite podcast. Thank you so much to everyone who has been going through the archive, and of course, everyone who checked out Opening Day Star Wars. Available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. The 605 Super Podcast, The Mothership. We gotta go.
All right. We got it. No, I wish we had to go.